Re-recorded at the end and premiering there now, it's the 2021 StFX Student Union Awards.
Hey everyone, welcome to the 2020-2021 Student Union Award Night video. Normally each year we would have an awards banquet, but because of COVID, pesky old COVID, we aren't able to do that, so we are going to be filming all of our award presentations tonight to show to all the folks in the internet world, but also here at the Golden X Inn tonight. My name is Sean Ryan. I'm the General Manager for the Students Union. I will be your MC for the length of the video. Normally I would have co-hosts, but again, COVID, we can't fit that many people on the stage, so you're stuck with just me. Hopefully you'll have a good time, have a couple wings if you're here at the Golden X Inn, or if you're at home and you have a really awesome air fryer, because air fryer wings are the best. We're gonna get going with our first award of the evening. We've got House of the Year Award. So to all of the houses this year that definitely had some ups and downs with the old COVID and quarantining and all that stuff, congrats to all the house teams, all the CAs, house directors, the Suckles, all the folks that made impacts this year with their students. So without further ado, because I just finished scrolling through my phone and found the information I was looking for, we're gonna get going here. So House of the Year, in third place, here we go, drum roll, thank you Matthew. Drum roll, third place, we have Burke and Chillis tied. It's a tie for third, 42 cup points. Congratulations to the folks from that residence. We give you a good round of applause. Clap, clap, clap for them. Okay, second place, drum roll please. Second place this year is McNeil. McNeil with 47 cup points. Congratulations to McNeil, winning second place for House of the Year. Congratulations. Round of applause for McNeil. Way to go. All right, and finally, the number one by 1 cup point, 48 points. McIsaac Hall, McIsaac has it. McIsaac has won. Congratulations, McIsaac, for all the great things that you guys have done this year. House of the Year, McIsaac. So there we go. Congratulations to, again, all the houses that worked so hard this year to keep our students engaged that were living on campus and off campus. Next, we'll be moving straight to Society of the Year. For Society of the Year, we have the winner on Zoom. So we're gonna move into our Zoom call right now. Thanks for joining us today, Duncan, all the way from Quebec, right? That's where you're...
Exactly.
Yeah. Just so you know, you and your co-president are the winners of the Society of the Year Award. So let's give it up. Let's give it up. So yeah, co-president of Sports and Marketing Society. So for those of us that are here in the room and will be watching this later, what was sports and marketing up to this year? I know it would be tough with COVID year, but yeah, you guys definitely figured your way through that and came out with some really cool things. So maybe just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this year was our first year as a society. So everything was kind of new to us. And our goal was to try to bring the StFX Society closer to the sports business industry. And so we were able to accomplish a couple of very cool events. Obviously, it was tough with COVID. So we had a spike ball event where we were limited to 50 people. But it was really cool to have this first year experience and really get a whole group of really cool individuals all together to form these events. And, we're looking into growing next year because it was only our first year. And, for future, we'd love to have conferences and whatnot. So it was a really cool experience to have that going on this year for us.
Have you gotten the opportunity to kind of plan some stuff for next year? I mean, it's still a little bit early, but this is a society I'm sure will be around for a long time. But let's say there's no COVID. Let's say we'll be extremely hopeful. What would be some of the things that sports and marketing might want to tackle next year?
So our main goal is to have a conference where we'd have professionals within the sports business industry come down to StFX and be able to explain their stories and a little bit what goes on behind the doors that we see, the big professional leagues. We would love to have guys from the Moosehead, the NHL, NBA, all of these professionals, and to be able to explain to the students at StFX what they've gone through so that young students like us can look up to them and be okay, I can get that done as well. Yeah. So that's our goal.
Here's the hardware. We might as well get that in there. Here's the big Society of the Year trophy. Look at that. Woohoo! Yeah, so when you get back to campus in the future, we'll make sure we get some time so you can lug it around for the day.
Totally. I mean, I couldn't have done this without all of my members. I have Davis, Maxwell, who was like my rock down in Antigonish. He really killed it as co-president with me. We had Jackson, Avery, who were co-founders with me. And we really went through it last summer, and I'm really excited for all my team members as well. So really thanks to the whole team, and thanks to you guys for nominating us.
Yeah, awesome job to everyone that was involved with the society this year. Big round of applause for everybody. Society of the Year, Sports and Marketing. Check them out next year. They're going to have lots of awesome things to offer. Hey, we're back. I don't know if we actually were away because we're shooting all of these out of order.
Could you imagine?
As I've said,
like
this is the joke I've been doing for every single one. So I'm sure everybody out there is getting very bored of it, but it amuses me. And really, if an award show is about something, it's really that host satisfaction. So we're on to our next award, which is the Full-Time Staff of the Year award. And Clayton's here, so Clayton must have won it. So let's give a huge round of applause for Clayton. So for those folks out there that may not know, every year the Student Union honors someone from the full-time staff teams in various departments around the university. When the awards committee met,
do I qualify?
You're the only
full-time.
Full-time enough. Should be full-time. And so when we were talking about sort of the folks that have really been impactful and done a lot of really cool things, your name came up. So everything from like the orientation week, sex toy bingos, which were such a huge hit, to all the work that you've been doing, anti-racism, and the blood clinic stuff this year. Really, there was no one else that we considered for the award. So thank you so much on behalf of the Students Union for all the hard work and everything that you've been doing on behalf of students, LGBTQ plus students, and everyone else. So I know, sadly, I don't know if this is news for everybody, but
break the news, Sean. I wouldn't want anybody else to break the news.
Unfortunately, Clayton's finishing up here at StFX. So, I mean, that's sad, but it's also like, it's great for some of the things that you're going to sort of maybe get involved with next. So what sort of looking back, what were maybe some of the really cool initiatives that you were part of or started that you're really jazzed about?
Yeah, recently there was confirmation that we're going to get like an all gender washroom space on the 4th floor in the sub. It's in writing, September 2021. It's going to happen. Finally.
Yeah.
You'll have to send me videos, like a tour of it, because I'm not going to be here to enjoy the all gender space.
No.
But, hey.
I will send you a video. You may not want it, but I will send it.
Test out the baby change table. Oh God, Sex Toy Bingo is always great.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. Truly a fantastic time. Working with X Pride has honestly been probably a big highlight. I mean, social justice oriented students are some of my faves for sure, and it's just been, I don't know, really great getting to know. And
heading to Halifax next, taking the show on the road.
That's right.
Gosh, I miss Halifax.
Yeah, keep an eye out for some fresh and new positive space training over the next year or so. It's going to be rolling out. So.
Yeah, that's really exciting, really innovative. The development of that is going to be really important and exciting for you to take all the stuff that you've been working on, researching, and now get ready to roll it out into a really transformative program.
Yeah.
So congrats on that.
Thank you.
We don't actually, we did this on such short notice. We don't actually have like an official certificate, but here's a page from just information of an awards. So maybe we can fake it. Congratulations to Clayton, everybody. Let's hear it. Fake award.
Look at me now, Mom.
But we'll do the real deal later this week. But again,
I'll give that back to
for
you.
your wall.
Thank you. This one in particular.
You don't need to keep that one, but yeah. So yeah, thanks so much for everything. Best of luck on your next steps, and I can't wait to see what you do.
Well, it was a pleasure working with everyone at the U. Matt and Alex especially, thank you so much for all your tech savviness over Pride Month, and see y'all on the flip side.
All right, let's hear it again. One more time for Clayton. Full-time Staff of the Year. Full-time.
Describe my year at StFX in 1 or 2 words.
What a year it has been. Man, this year's been crazy, dude. It's been one of challenges, one of unprecedented difficulty.
I would say lucky and unexpected.
Different.
Unpredictable.
Chaotic and fun.
Wild.
New and exciting.
Busy.
Cancellations.
Extraordinarily special.
Adaptable and then challenging. What was my favorite event this year?
How can you narrow it down to just one, right?
House hockey.
House hockey.
It would have to be house hockey.
Orientation week 100%. As someone who was on O Crew, I noticed how well the students involved with that were able to adapt such a cherished Xavarian tradition into what a year it has been right now.
1 month at the inn. I think it was a lot of fun. I got to see everybody that was getting their X-rings at the same time as me.
The one that I got to help coordinate and plan, which would have been for sure the Father Gary and Sister Jovita Cup tournaments.
I like trivia night at the inn. Marvel trivia specifically was a lot of fun.
My favorite event this year has to be JDCC, as my social team made Schwartz history by placing 3rd.
What advice would I give myself in September?
Relax, definitely relax. I think a lot of people were very stressed out, and for good reason, but you know, things worked out.
Prioritize your mental health and well-being. Be open to failing. You know, this year, like I said, it's been a challenging one for sure. I think going into it expecting perfection simply isn't always going to work.
Slow down, take a breath, like everything's going to be okay.
So I didn't come back first semester just because all my courses were online. I just didn't know what it was going to be like, but I would definitely tell myself to come back for the entire year.
If I could change one thing about this year, I mean, obviously the pandemic.
It would be to get rid of COVID.
Like if we weren't in a pandemic, that would be cool.
I'd make the school year longer.
Yeah, definitely a few more in-person events would be nice.
I wouldn't change anything because I believe everything happens for a reason.
If I could change COVID, I would. But if I couldn't change COVID, I don't think I would have changed anything. I think everyone has been so great at adapting and you know, making the best of the situation.
One thing that I'm really looking forward to in the next 12 months is definitely getting my vaccination.
The next 12 months, I am looking forward to X-ring.
Is X-ring.
Getting my X-ring.
I'm looking forward to graduation.
I'm really looking forward to this summer.
I mean, I'm a sucker for the
summer, good weather.
A lot more beach days, a lot less snow.
Well, I'm hoping I get the job that I applied for.
12 months, I don't know, like I'll be coming back to school, but maybe COVID will be over. At the same time, I'm excited about my work terms, but that's not really StFX related. That's what was running through my head. I'm like, darn, like I don't know what to say.
Just use this RAM. Yeah, that's good. Hey, we're back after whatever we just watched. Thanks everyone for sticking around. I have with me here Tamala Thorpe, who is our Sister Catherine McNeil winner for this year. So how about a round of applause? All right. So this award is given out to a first-year student who has shown a strong commitment in their academics in their first year of study here at StFX, which is your first year.
Yep.
And where are you from?
Mississauga, Ontario.
Mississauga, Ontario, the big Mississauga. And you're here studying?
I'm just in the social justice curriculum right now, hoping to study psychology next year.
That's amazing. So your nominator was Briar McDonald. Thank you, Briar McDonald. Briar says Tamala is on the varsity basketball team, is an amazing student athlete who takes pride in her work on the floor. She works extremely hard academically and pushes her peers around her to do the same. Do you push your peers around?
Sure.
Okay. She contributes to the Xavarian community, not only excelling in the classroom, but a strong leader on the court in her first year. So again, let's give it up for Tamala. Here is your award. The Sister Catherine McNeil Award. There we go. Many awards to come, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
There we go. All right. Thanks so much, and we'll see who we got next. Hey, here we are. We're here with Anna Hansen, who has won the Meach Award for this year. Let's give it up. Give it up for Anna.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today on our awards show video. For those of you playing at home or here at the Golden X Inn tonight, the Meach Award is given annually to a student in their freshman year, first year at StFX. This will be awarded to a student who has shown outstanding commitment to the StFX community or greater community of Antigonish. So that's pretty cool. Thank you so much for being involved. And I'm going to read a little blurb from your nomination. Yeah. So Anna has prioritized getting involved this year. She ran in the first year representative election, ran in the general elections, and won the Board of Governors representative position for 2021-2022. Excited for that. She's attended events, all kinds of events, Trinity Day being one that was cited here. Volunteered at the SFRC, the Student Food Resource Center, so thank you for that. Involved in the PGUD Society, Vote Crew, is kind, hardworking, and shows incredibly strong commitment to the Xavarian community. That's pretty nice.
That's
right?
very nice.
That's really nice. So, being a first-year student and here in a COVID year, sort of what were some of the early challenges that you think you've been successful with, still finding ways to get involved?
Yeah, for me, one thing was just getting in touch with people, not being able to see people face to face.
Sure.
Coming here and having to quarantine for 2 weeks was
Right.
really hard.
Yeah.
So trying to
no
get
doubt.
to know like
Yeah.
societies and
Right.
whatnot, but through some of my connections at the U and just meeting different professors, they were able to guide me and
Oh, that's great.
introduce me. Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
I'm very thankful.
And so Board of Governors rep next year.
Yes.
So what are you most excited for with taking on that leadership position with the Students Union?
Yeah, I'm so excited to work with Drew. I met him this year. He's
Yeah.
such a fun,
He's a
kind
firecracker.
man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to work with him. I'm really excited to bring more mental health initiatives onto campus. I
Okay.
think with COVID and that self-isolation period, going through that very hard. So I'm excited to work with students, see how we can improve things for next year. And we're going to be all in person next year, which is so
it's so
exciting.
exciting.
So I think
Can't
that'll be
wait.
really important.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. For all of the things that you got involved with this year and for all the great things that you're going to do next year, on behalf of the Students Union, I'd like to present you with the Meach Memorial Award. Let's give it up again for Anna. Thank you so much. And yeah, I have with me here Dhruv Patel. Dhruv is the winner of our Ellis Charters Award for this year. So everyone give it up for Dhruv.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So this award is given out to students in their second year, and that's all the criteria. You literally just have to be a second year.
Oh, that's it?
No, but you had a couple of people write in to talk about how awesome you are. Some of them citing your involvement with the Students Union, with the International Student Society, and being involved in the Diwali dinner this year.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing about the Diwali dinner?
Food, man. I mean, that's funny, but no, I love the butter chicken.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, Sodexo did a great job, and everyone there had a really good time. Glow Yoga, that was another one that you pull off. So a lot of events this year, Dhruv, has helped, you know, especially in a tough time with this being the COVID year. What was sort of the toughest thing for you this year?
Well, there were a couple of things.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to be going back home after my first year.
Right, right.
Which
That
was
was
totally ruined because of COVID.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I did have a great summer here in the hospital, man.
Sure.
It was so fun.
Oh, that's good.
Trail and all.
But going back home this summer?
Yes.
Yeah.
2020.
All
So,
right.
yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then my family had tested COVID positive.
Oh, gosh,
just
okay.
Last week, so pray for them right now.
Yeah.
They're all recovering.
Oh, that's good.
And that's a good thing.
That's a good
And
thing.
I'm happy for them because
Well, I mean,
they
you know,
strengthened me up.
yeah. I mean, you got to have these little moments where you got to celebrate the joy too, and the joy is this big trophy that you just
I
won this
know.
year.
That's so big.
Let's pass it on over. Thank you so much, Drew, for everything that you've done for students here at StFX this year. Congratulations on
you.
winning. And what are you doing next year with the U?
So I'm gonna be the Board of Governors.
Board of Governors.
representative.
Look out, Board of Governors. You get this guy.
But I got some good questions.
Thank you so much, Drew. Congratulations again, and we'll be on to our next award. Hey, we're back, even though we don't know if we've been away or not. I have with me here now Jack Walsh, winner of the Blizzard Award for this year. Congratulations. Thank you. Blizzard Award goes to a junior or third year student. I'm going to read a little bit about what your nominator has said. So Jack, over the past few years, he's learned about your character, personality firsthand. You're extremely dedicated, well-rounded individual, super involved in many different areas of campus life. An athlete on the StFX baseball team, been heavily involved with Schwartz Business Society, and helped your team win.
Yeah, my second year for the JDCC team.
Okay.
I was on the sports team and we finished first.
Oh, that's amazing.
In the sports tournament that year.
Oh, that's awesome. So many other good things here. So Jack's an exceptional student and person who always strives for the best in everything he does. His hard work has not gone unnoticed, evidenced through panelist roles for both the annual business open house and the annual majors forum. So tell me a little bit about both of those things.
So for the open house, that was just a bunch of incoming students that'd be in first year next year.
Oh, right on.
So,
Okay.
It was myself and a few other students, and we were asked to be on this panel with some of the faculty, and it was open for questions from any of the
that's
incoming
awesome.
students. With different students in different business majors that could answer different questions, and then it was similar to the majors forum. That was with first years and second year students.
Okay.
And any third year students perhaps that hadn't chosen a major yet could tune in and discuss with other students that were in the different major streams, and again just ask any questions that they might have. considering the difference between a normal major, advanced major, honors, and things like that.
And is that something that you attended as a first-year student, and then had the opportunity to be a leader on?
Well, luckily for the open house, I was here for an actual in-person open house when that was happening pre-COVID, and then I did attend the majors forum and had a discussion with a couple of the guys in the accounting and finance areas, because those are my two interests, and then I ended up going with accounting.
Right on. And so third year going into fourth year next year. So what's sort of the career path you're looking to take when you're finished up here?
Just being in accounting, hopefully looking down the
CPA route.
alley. Last summer I did an internship with an accounting firm. I worked in tax, and then this summer I'm also working for the same accounting firm, just in a different area.
That's awesome.
Try to get some different experience within a firm and see how different areas work. So that's what I'm hoping to look at when I'm finished.
Now, baseball at StFX, it's obviously in Nova Scotia, hockey is the thing. So what have been some of the your fun experiences, sort of leading and being a part of that team since you've been here at StFX?
Well, the difference with the baseball team versus, say, football or basketball, it's a club sport as opposed to a varsity sport. So there's a little bit more, I guess, student freedom in terms of we need to do our own fundraising to earn enough money for the team, and the students just have the players have a little bit more input with how the team kind of functions, and we have a really good group dynamic with our the executive team on the actual team, and our general manager, coaching staff, stuff like that.
Oh, that's great.
And it's been really, really fun. I mean, as you mentioned, the East Coast is really known for hockey, but there's some exceptional baseball players out here, and when I was growing up, I played against some of them, and getting to see them again.
That's awesome.
Phenomenal baseball players, and the caliber of play is quite strong.
So obviously there's no season this year and stuff like that, but next year we're hopeful.
We're hopeful for next season. We're still waiting to hear from the league itself. They've been kind of quiet on how things are going to run next year. Just instead of forcing things, they're trying to make sure that COVID gets handled properly, and then hopefully hear from them by the end of this year on how the season's going to go next year.
Awesome. Well, we'll all be looking forward to catching a game next year. Many games, hopefully. Congratulations again on the win. Here's the hardware. So one more time, let's give it up for Jack. Way to go, Blizzard Award 2020-21. Hey! We're back. I don't know if we were actually away, but here we go. So with me is the Sarah Elliott, winner of this year's Jason Simmons Memorial Award. Let's give it up for Sarah. Congratulations.
Thank you. This is such a surprise.
It is a surprise for all of us until I read what the award is, and then you're going to be like, oh yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. So this award is to recognize a member of council who enjoys life to the fullest, both socially as well as extracurricularly.
Very close.
So close.
Almost there.
This award is not judged on academics, but rather on enthusiasm, energy, and X-spirit displayed throughout the Xavarian community. Who else this year could possibly win this award other than you? No one. So congratulations on the award. So you're finishing up this year as president of the Students Union. Couple things to do there. Back though next year to finish up your degree and stuff like that. You've been involved with the Student Union like your whole time here at StFX. For this year, what was sort of the one thing that you're like, I am never going to forget that for good reasons?
Oh my gosh. Out of all the things that I've done at StFX, it's all been very like specific. Like the first year was like you're specifically with the first years. VP External, it's like specific to advocacy, it's very specific, my roles. But as president, there were so many things, good and bad, that I had to do that just really broadened my eyes to the entire StFX community. And that was pretty freaking cool. Like just to know everything about what was going on at StFX, and the good, the bad, and the ugly, just to be a part of all of that was really, really cool.
And even like started to get you to think about changing sort of like what you want to do.
Yeah.
For the, like had opportunities to try so many different things that it's like, okay, I was going to university for this. Now that I've had this experience, maybe I kind of want to do that. So how does that big change factor into the decision making for the rest of the time?
Well, I think that just based on this award, it's very clear it's based on like enthusiasm and having fun and doing all that. And I really realized that my degree was good and I enjoyed it, but there were so many more aspects that I could get a career in with these, insanely fun things that I love to do. So like campaigning and marketing and getting out there and talking to people. I realized that through this award and like that's what I was doing and constantly having fun. And then I made the connection that like you can have fun and like maybe I can get a job out of this. Let's go.
Well, that's awesome. Look, Sarah, it's been a great year. Obviously, big fan. I look forward to all the other things that you're going to get involved with in the rest of your time. But here you go, the Jason Simmons Memorial Award 2020, 2021.
And thank you, council, for nominating and what is it? Not electing, but selecting me, voting me. Thank you, council.
Things.
You guys are the best.
Let's clap it out for Sarah one more time. Congratulations, awesome job. Hey, we're back. I don't know if we went away, so we're gonna play this joke out as much as possible for the whole day. Sitting here with me right now is Victoria Morley. Victoria, welcome.
Thank you.
So Victoria has won this year's Peter Foley Memorial Award. Let's give it up for Victoria. Congratulations. For those of you, and maybe Victoria, who doesn't even know what this award is, the Peter Foley Award is from the class of 1987 to commemorate Peter Foley, who passed away from cancer in March 24th of that year. To win this award, you have to be a full-time student who has shown perseverance in the face of exceptional difficulty or hardship in striving for a university education. Yeah, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Your nominator, Isaac, he wrote a lot. You have made a very significant impact on this fella. I'm not gonna read the whole thing because it's long. That's good on you, Isaac. I love it when people do that.
Thank you, Isaac.
So I am just going to read just a little bit. So given the award criteria, I cannot think of a more deserving student than Victoria Morley. I've had the great pleasure of getting to know Victoria very well since we first met in 2019, and I've learned about her character and personality firsthand. Most importantly, I've learned that Victoria is one of the most involved, adventurous, down-to-earth, sweetest, and persevering people I've ever met. All strong Xavarian traits. And I agree with you, Isaac, those are all great. There are extremely few people I know who are involved in as many different areas of campus life while simultaneously succeeding academically quite the way that Victoria does. However, although my words alone cannot fully illustrate her characteristics and perseverance, her academic extracurricular accomplishments, in addition to her hard times, do just that. So, we don't need to sort of get too far in the weeds on what has made it a difficult and persevering time for you, but I did go through and read it, and definitely had some tough beats while you've been here, and you've still been here working through your academics and stuff like that. So honestly, congratulations on that and being able to graduate this year. So that's coming up. Yeah. So in terms of students that do go through some tough times while they're here, what would be some of the things that you were able to kind of do to still make sure that you were able to succeed?
First of all, if you're at StFX, you've put yourself in the right community. So
Fair.
I think that's very important. So I think just to kind of lean on the people around you. I think Maritimers are very much like salt of the earth people, and they're there, and they certainly lifted me when I needed them. So I think just relying on those people and being comfortable speaking about what you're going through and what you need, I think was really important for me. And I couldn't have been here today without people like Isaac that I had in my life to kind of push me and be there. So
that's awesome. So what's, I guess, you're getting ready to graduate. What's next for you? What's the next step?
A little break.
Yeah, break time.
It's a big week. I do my thesis tomorrow, so once that's over, I think that I need a little time. I'm actually going to Mount Everest in hopefully October, COVID permitting, to do base camp in honor of my brother that I lost.
Yeah.
So kind of do some other life ambitions, I think, for the next couple months, and then hopefully heading back to school next year.
Well, I hope you send back some pictures, because that sounds
of
like a pretty amazing, of the yaks. Who doesn't love a good yak photo? This guy loves them. So I have with me here our award to be presented to you, Victoria, for the Peter Foley Award. Let's give it up one more time for Victoria. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Of StFX campus and Ganesh. Didn't like that one either. I don't know how to say that right. Oh, should I?
Am I mentioning any of this or no? Here we are, just a stone's throw away. We are. Rolling. See what that says? It's Mulrooney Hall.
Pub and just Superstore and Sobeys and not Superstore. Why did I do that? Wrong way.
Rolling? Yeah. Okay.
I didn't have anything to say about that. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. One top. Okay. I don't need to. Get out of your face. Anti-Ganesh Clinic. What's it called?
Let's start from the beginning. Yes,
Oh, didn't see you there. A little bit windy today. All right, folks, so now we're here in Confusion Square. It's really not that confusing.
The application process and that kind of thing.
If that's not just the best. Kit, rolling?
Yeah, rolling. Okay.
Well, look who it is.
So I introduced myself?
Yeah.
Hey, we're back, even though we don't know if we've been away, and yes, I know I've been abusing that joke all day. I have with me here Cammie Carrington.
Yeah.
I spelled Cammie's name wrong on an award nomination that I made for her, so that's why we're joking about that. Anyway, Cammie has won the Burks Award. Isn't that exciting? Let's give it up for Cammie. Way to go, Cammie. So for those of you out there wondering, the Burks Award shall be awarded annually to a graduating student for outstanding contribution to student government. The Students Union Representative Council shall nominate and then elect by secret ballot the recipient of the award. And it shall be presented in a trophy bearing the person's name, although we haven't updated the trophies yet, but it will have your name on it.
Nice.
Okay. So Cammie was nominated at council. There was a lot of amazing things said about all the work that Cammie's done over the last number of years here at StFX. So a couple of interesting things about Cammie you may not know. Cammie's always been working on campus to lower barriers faced by constituents in various levels, both on and off campus. She's a strong voice for advocacy for all students, took a lead role in supporting the Bahamian relief effort that happened last year, championed fundraising efforts, organized events on and off campus in the community, and worked with other student leaders and staff to coordinate donations of food and clothing to be shipped to the Bahamas. Another area Cammie has shown her dedication to social justice is helping to establish a cultural competency program here for StFX resident students. The program helps to highlight issues on campus and in the global community around race, privilege, and bias. Has taken part in hosting a number of these sessions over her time here at StFX, as well as like the Imhotep, did I get that right?
Yeah, I'm a 10.
Legacy Academy. So this is an after-school program for non-university age students of African descent. Things, foundations in math, science, and to encourage these students to continue to strive in their academics so that they can go to institutions like StFX and other universities in their future. Last year, our students of African descent.
Yeah,
this year, Board of
Yeah.
Governors. So in obviously all your time, but especially the last 2 years, what's been sort of the most impactful thing that you've been a part of? What are some things for the students that are watching this, that are coming into StFX, that want to get involved? What would be some advice that you might give to them?
I really liked sitting on council and being able to interact with the other counselors and the exec on different projects. So everyone had different projects, and it was really nice to just be able to partner with everyone and work on those and actually see them come to light.
Sure.
Definitely cultural competency. That's something I worked on for a really long time, and seeing that actually happen in residence was really nice and was an accomplishment, and I was happy to see that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. It's been great getting to know you, work with you over the last couple of years. And on behalf of the Students' Council, we'd like to present you with some hardware. Oh my goodness, this is a heavy one.
I don't
So
know
this
how
is
we hold it.
this is this is the Burks Award, which is given out by your peers in council. Let's give it up one more time for Cammie. Thank you so much for everything that you've done, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, we're back again. I have with me here Nikita Savory, and we're going to be awarding you the drum roll. Do I get a drum roll? Luzier Award for 2020-2021. Congratulations, Nikita. So I'm going to read a little bit about what your nominator had sent in. You're a dedicated student throughout your 4 years here at X, volunteered as a part of Plessy House Council, acting as charity rep, Human Kinetics co-pres. We got that one. Has done a lot of volunteering with Fit for Life, Fit for Tots, acting as a lab instructor for various courses, traveled to South Carolina first year with Habitat for Humanity to help build homes for folks that have been going through some tough times. Student therapist for 2 years with the X-Men football team and basketball team, devoting long hours to this activity. In addition, has maintained her grades and also doing honors project. And exemplifies the Xavarian Spirit in Antigonish, and she has brought this mentality to her hometown, offers a positive attitude with whatever she does, volunteered continuously in her home community in Cape Breton, acting as a coach for various children's programs, volunteering in a local nursing home. Geez Louise, how do you have time to do anything? This is like a pretty intense list here of activities. Well, working as a member of the Strait Area Community Health Board, and she's saying it's been a privilege to know you and to learn from you, and to looking forward to seeing what you're going to do next. So, I mean, that's a lot of things here at StFX. So, what would be some of the highlights sort of for your StFX experience that you've?
I like to take advantage of every opportunity that StFX had to offer me,
Sure.
and I learned so much and grew as a person throughout every experience that I was a part of. I'd recommend for everybody who has this opportunity to take it. Just go for it. Commit 110% and just do what you can, because you grow so much as a person.
Yeah, most university experiences offer that. StFX, I think, goes
above and beyond.
Above and beyond to give students those outside the classroom opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems that you've really taken advantage of it. So what's the next step for you after you finish your career here?
The next step, I was accepted for accelerated nursing in Dalhousie.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to continue on to med school.
That's amazing.
So I've got another couple of years under my belt.
couple more years ahead of you in academia, but here is the official award. So thank you so much for everything that you've done for the Xavarian community, and so excited about what's next for you. One more time, let's give it up for Nikita. Congratulations on winning this year's Newsier Award. Hey, we're back. I don't even know if we left, but we're here right now with Isaac Figna, who has won the Sister Carmel Lozier Award for this year. So hands, hand claps, finger snaps. So the award, for those of you that don't know, is awarded to a student in their senior year, presented annually to a student that exemplifies the Xavarian Spirit, has had a strong academic career, and provided outstanding leadership within the StFX community, and that's you.
That's
Did
amazing.
you know that?
I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. Got the email and I was just blown away.
Okay. I'll come.
Exactly.
Give me that award.
Name a time and place.
So your award nominator was, we found out off camera, was your roommate Isaac. He wrote a really awesome letter. So I think, it's important that we share a couple of the things in here. Given the award criteria, I cannot think of a more deserving student than Isaac. I've had a great pleasure of getting to know Isaac very well since our first year. I've learned a lot about his character and personality firsthand. What I've come to learn about Isaac is that he is one of the most hardworking, determined, driven, and kind people I've ever met. Geez, that's pretty good. There are extremely few people I know who are as involved in as many different extracurricular activities, with simultaneously succeeding academically quite the way that Isaac does. He goes on to really highlight a lot of your time with the football team, being an all-Canadian academic, as well as your work with Lars. So with your work with Lars that you've done, what was kind of the thing that you were really driven to accomplish there?
Oh, absolutely. Like this was an easy choice for me when I came in. I wasn't exposed to Lars early on. Like I've been here 4 years, and I actually have a paper that I'm writing right now about my experience.
Okay.
And it wasn't until this year that I was really introduced to that, and it was through a class.
Okay.
And so a class offered it as a portion of your grade. You could either do
like
book
a service
review.
learning?
Yeah, you could either do a book review or service learning. My girlfriend had done service learning with Lars as well, and so I was like, that'd be a cool experience.
Sure.
First, I was kind of like a little bit nervous, unsure about like how it'd go, and it was all online, so it was different too. Like we weren't gonna be in person, so that was a total new element to the whole thing.
Right.
And so I was like, I'll give it a shot. I'm not big on book reviews, so I was like, you know what? I'll take the shot.
That actual experience.
Exactly.
Right?
I'll take the shot.
I think something that StFX does super
exactly.
well. Even in a COVID year, there's been so many students who've gotten engaged in town in a lot of different ways, maybe because of COVID, right?
Exactly. So, and our football team really preaches going to the community and really like outstretching your arms. You're in a small town, like you have such a big impact on people here. And so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. And so I went on their site, and you can kind of scroll through all the different positions and people you can partner with. Like you can work with Kepic, Lars, some older folks' homes, like all kinds of different opportunities. And so I was like, I'll give Lars a shot. And I scrolled through like different options. You could read to them, you could do certain activities with them, you could have like story time. There's all kinds of different things you could be involved with. And so I was kind of just scrolling through, and then immediately one caught my eye, and it said low impact like fitness trainer.
Oh, right on.
Immediately, like people are probably like, why would that interest you? And like for me, fitness and like nutrition is a passion of mine. Something I really pushing this summer with COVID, even like social media and stuff. Like I really started pushing content and like really enjoyed just like giving people that knowledge and just information, especially through such a difficult time.
Yeah.
And so I saw this position pop up, and I was instantly like, that's just another way I can do it. I was like, this is my passion. This is like what I want to do. And I was like, this is just another community to do that in. Another community that misses that. And like, I immediately was like, hey, like I'm up for this position, like sign me up. And then I was immediately like, wait, like what's this gonna look like? I was like,
How
I'm
do I do this
online.
now?
Yeah, like teaching like Lars how to do low impact. I'm used to like this like high volume like football stuff. Like how am I gonna do this? And like as soon as I got on like the first one, kind of like a little bit nervous, but then it was just so like, it just felt so natural, just so natural to like just talk with them and just start to explain things to the point where like they had favorite exercises and they were like, let's do this.
Oh, that's great.
And they were telling the leaders like Isaac's call Wednesday, 10:30. Like we cannot miss this call. Cannot miss it. Like they would be terrified if they were to miss it. And like that just brought so much joy to me.
Yeah, for sure.
To see how happy they were and like I was thinking I had this like kind of thought process of like I don't know how interested they're gonna be and are they gonna be like are they gonna like
First
pay
time,
attention
you
to
never
this
know.
stuff like
Yeah.
and they were just so like they were laser focused like always doing the exercises, following along, asking questions. I was even able to tell them like this is for this part of your body, this is what you're working and like they exceeded all my expectations. And it was just like, I could keep talking about it, but we don't got that much time. But just to sum it up, it was just such a cool experience to like reach another community through a passion of mine in just another way. And something like that totally, something I never thought about. And something that just spoke volumes to me as a senior athlete.
That's awesome, man. That's great that you kind of were, and I think, StFX does that again for a lot of people. Really gets them involved in a lot of different ways that maybe they didn't sort of conceptualize when they first got here. Thank you so much for all that you've given either on the field, in the classroom, or through these programs. Here is, oh my gosh, this is a heavy one. So this is the Sister Carmel Lozier Award given to you, Mr. Isaac.
I get to hold this?
For 2020, 2021. So there we go. Big round of applause. Let's give it up. All right. Thanks again.
Appreciate it so much.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Hey, we're back, even though I'm not quite sure if we went away because we're filming all of these in the wrong order. But with me is the Emma Kuzmic, co-winner of the Larkin Award. Big round of applause. Let's give it up for Emma. So I always like to read a little bit about what the nominator wrote in about the person. So Emma has been a dedicated member of the varsity soccer team during her academic career here at StFX, has been an outspoken advocate for change around sexualized violence policy, and was a part of the soccer team's We Stand Together movement, definitely had a role there, and one of the co-founders of the new peer support program upstairs on 4th floor with the Students Union. So you're about to finish up, you're going to graduate, you're going to move on. What's the next step for the Emma Kuzmic?
I'm going to have a really long nap.
Yes, naps are key. If you follow the peer support Instagram page, they're always recommending to have some naps.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because your own mental health and wellness, you've got to be in charge of that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right, so without further ado, thank you so much, Emma, for everything that you've done. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. The big kahuna. Here is the Larkin Award, your co-winner with Bailey Wadsell. So congratulations again for everything that you've done on behalf of students while you've been here at StFX. So let's give it up again one more time for Emma. Thank you so much.
And thank you.
All right. Hey, we're back, even though we don't know if we actually went anywhere. Sitting with me here is Bailey Wadsell, who is the co-winner of the Larkin Award. So let's give it up for Bailey. Congratulations. So just as a reminder, we've already talked with Emma, the Larkin Award is presented annually to a student that exemplifies the Xavarian Spirit, has a strong academic career and a strong athletic career at StFX, which is you to a T, big football guy.
I've had a great career in Loney Bowl Championship in 2018.
Right on.
I'm super lucky to still be playing and excited to finish up my career in 2021.
Yeah.
My final year of eligibility.
That's awesome. I always like to read what your nominator wrote. So as a captain and starting quarterback for the StFX X-Men football team these past 2 seasons, Bailey knows the responsibility of being a leader and knows how to perform as an effective one. To further advance this notion, Bailey applied, was selected into the StFX Leadership Academy, which is something that's it's an amazing program that's actually been run by the athletics portfolio here for quite some time. So that's awesome that you were involved with that, because it's as he states, it's reserved for student athletes that display great leadership potential. The program fosters discussion on leadership, equips student athletes with the tools necessary to lead their team vocally and by example. He also goes on to talk a little bit about sort of your successes with, as you said, the 2018 AUS Football Championship, as well as, goes on a little bit about your leadership as a student athlete. One of the parts that I want to talk about is the next little section. So Bailey knows he can deliver positive outcomes in more ways than one. So not just an athlete, not just heavy in academics, but wishes to be remembered for his contributions off the field as well, pivoting to his contributions for the StFX community. Bailey is one of the main organizers behind the Kevin's Corner Breakfast program. So I want to talk a little bit about that. So that was a really cool initiative that you came up with the Students Union to kind of get it off its feet. And it's been going like pretty much all year. Like, what were some of the interesting things just sort of getting that going? And if there's other students out there that may want to start similar programs, maybe give them some tips and advice.
For sure. Those are great questions, and I think it's great to reflect on these projects because there was a lot of lessons learned throughout the process. I think when I first started, kind of came up with the idea and started trying to make it happen, there was a lot of different people that I talked to throughout campus that were kind of like, yeah, it's a great idea, but we've never really seen something like this before. We don't really know how to do it. We think it's a great idea. Here's kind of why you can't do it. And good luck. And I think it was probably at least a semester or maybe around 6 months that I was trying to talk to people and getting bounced around before I ended up getting a hold of Patty Wallace. And he was just kind of like, this is great. We've got the infrastructure in place, like through the food bank, through the Student Food Resource Center. And he's like, let's just make it happen. And then we just kind of started making moves, and it just came together. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without Patty, but it's been such a process between just finding volunteers to do it, training the volunteers, and then just so many kind of little road bumps. But it's been kind of a trial period, and that's fine, I think, for now, because we have plans to grow and we want to continue to make it better. So yeah, there was definitely some challenges involved, but we're happy with what we've been able to accomplish, and we're excited for what we may be able to continue to do in the future.
Where does that perseverance come from to move that ball forward for you?
The body of athletics is kind of more prominent student body on campus. I think I understand that we have a responsibility and an opportunity to have a bigger impact on campus, just through our visibility, things like that. And there are lots of instances in sport where you have to persevere because you're going to face setbacks. And then I think just kind of like I wanted to do something impactful, and like you kind of mentioned in the little blurb there. I wanted to be able to leave something impactful like here at StFX after I left. So I think that motivated me. And then just wanting to just serve students and the campus a little bit better than it was when I got here.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for all of your contributions on the field, off the field. And here is the Larkin Award. Congratulations again. Let's give it up for Bailey. Congratulations on winning this Larkin Award this year.
Yeah, just as a closing remarks, I don't know if this will make it or not, but just congratulations as well to Emma. And thank you very much to my roommate Isaac Zanson for nominating me for this award.
Yeah, man. All right, let's give it up one more time. Thank you so much. All right. we're back. Each year, the Student Union honors some folks' work in sort of our media services that we provide, the Xavarian Weekly, StFXU, the marketing team. So the Media X certificates shall be awarded to senior students or postgraduates for involvement with CFXU Radio, the annual The Xavarian Weekly, and with our marketing team. So there'll be a maximum of 10 awards this year. This year, we're only giving out 4, but these 4 folks have done an incredible job over their whole time here at StFX, graduating now, and are really, really deserving of these awards. So what I'd like to do is, if you hear your name called and you're out there tonight, please stand. Let's hold our applause to the end, and we'll applaud all of our amazing Media X winners. So the first name on the list, Addie Strickland. Addie, please stand if you're with us tonight. The next name on the list is Sarah Laffin. Sarah, same, if you're with us tonight, please stand, and thank you so much. Hannah Peters, please stand if you're with us tonight. And lastly, but definitely not least, Maren McBeath, please stand if you're with us tonight. And let's give all of these amazing folks a very strong round of applause. All have contributed greatly to the experience of other students working, with the Xav marketing team and the radio station. So really, just thank you so much to all of you, and we'll get those certificates to you real soon. Hey everyone, we just gave out our Media X Awards. We have now the Silver X Awards. Silver X is really to acknowledge graduating students from StFX for their contributions to all kinds of different areas of campus life. We have some amazing award winners. So what I'd like to ask again is, if you are here, please stand up so we know you're here. And then once I've completed all the names, we'll give everyone a great round of applause. These folks have been, just looking down the list really quick, these folks have been involved in the Students Union. They've been involved in various capacities of really initiating some great programs on campus, been involved in representative council as an exec. The list goes on to what these folks have been involved with. So here we go. Addie Strickland, if you're in the house, please stand up. Maren McBeath, please stand up. Keelan Pilgrim, I know you're here, so stand up. Kira Tessier, again, I know you're here as well, please stand up. Lauren Reeves, Emma Waller, and Mark Scrow. So if you're all here, you're all standing up, let's give everyone a round of applause. The Silver X, congratulations and thank you on behalf of the Students Union and students in general for all the great work that you've done. So now it's time to give out our Golden X Awards. These awards are given out to graduating students who have been involved in a number of different areas with campus life on our campus. And again, looking down the list, we've got folks that have been involved in the executive team, have been involved in council, have been involved in the Student Union in multiple different ways, student athletes, amazing academics. All of the folks on this list kind of tick off all those boxes. So we'll kind of do this the exact same way. If you're in the room, please stand, and we'll hold all of our applause until the end. So, starting off, Brenda Agnew, please stand if you're in the room. Emma Kuzmic, please stand up if you're in the room. Mike Editola, please stand up if you're in the room. Tammy Carrington, please stand up if you're in the room. Justice Grubin, if you're here, please stand. Sanjita, I think Sanjita really is just Sanjita. She's like Madonna, Cher. She only goes by one name. So Sanjita, if you're here, please stand. Yes, I have avoided trying to say your last name. Victoria Morley, please stand. Claire McDougall, please stand. And Bailey Wasdall, please stand. Let's give them all a big round of applause for all their amazing work while they've been here at StFX. Can't wait to see what you all do after graduation. And that's it for our Golden X Awards. Well, wasn't that an amazing award-packed extravaganza of awesomeness? I don't think you're going to get that anywhere else but here with the Students Union award video. Want to thank all of the full-time staff for the Inn, Julianne, Maddie, Matt McGlashan, for all of their dedication all year, working through these trying times with COVID. Want to thank all the staff at the Golden X Inn who have served us tonight. Thank you so much. Really appreciated getting to know all y'all in the last few weeks. As well, let's give it up for Sodexo, who prepared our food tonight. Thank you to Sodexo for putting together some great deliciousness in baskets. So that's going to do it for us here tonight for the awards video. Be safe, have a great exam period, and we'll see you again next year.
The system is flawed.
That's a vitamin, people. Applaud.
That is
applause for
that is
vitamins.
the vitamin. Yeah, round of applause.
I feed off of
We
it.
get hyped for bingo.
We're gonna go with 8:15. Oh, okay, it's B15.
We're really pleased to have you back with us in Ganesh, and thank you for all the efforts you're taking to look after yourself in what is an elevated time of concern.